Graduates and guests, today's graduation ceremony is about to begin. Can I remind graduates and guests to check in using the code on the inside of the programs. This enables us to have detailed records should they be required for contact tracing. Swinburne University of Technology, Professor John Pollaers, OAM, will preside over the ceremony. Professor Pollaers will be preceded into the hall by Miss Katie Routley, the mace bearer. The mace is the symbol of institutional authority and is carried as a symbolic weapon of protection. The Chancellor and mace bearer are members of the official party who will be escorted into the hall by the academic procession. We ask you to respect the dignity of the occasion and remain in your seat throughout the ceremony, especially while the graduates are being presented on stage. Please put your mobile phones on silent. In case of emergency, the exit doors are located at the rear of the hall. The academic procession is about to enter the hall. Would you please stand?
Please remain standing for the National Anthem. Due to COVID protocols, we ask that you refrain from singing.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. My name is Professor Chris Pilgrim, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic. I'd like to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. This is one of 3 ceremonies the University is holding today for more than 700 Swinburne graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce the people seated on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Professor John Pollaers, OAM, Chancellor, who will preside over this ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Pascal Cuesta, Vice-Chancellor and President of Swinburne University of Technology. Professor Brendan Murphy and Mr Russell John Scrimshaw being awarded an honorary doctorate at today's ceremony. Dr Andrew Smith, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Global and Community Engagement. Ms Katie Routley, Deputy Director, Customer Service. The other staff seated on stage are academics and professional staff who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Professor John Pollaers, OAM Chancellor, Swinburne University of Technology, to formally open proceedings.
Thank you. I guess you can't be too careful. Vice-Chancellor, members of staff, distinguished guests, graduates, families and friends. I'd like to start today by respectfully acknowledging the Wurundjeri people and the Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nation, who are the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. We pay our respect to their elders, past, present and emerging. We respectfully acknowledge Swinburne's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander staff, students, alumni, partners and visitors. We acknowledge and respect the traditional owners of the lands across Australia, their elders, ancestors, cultures and heritage. We recognise the continuing sovereignties of all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander nations. Well, on behalf of Swinburne University of Technology, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. Finally, we're able to come together and honour the wonderful achievements of you all. Given the events of the last 12 months, we are thrilled to be able to hold this ceremony and to be able to do that and welcome parents, family, members, friends to celebrate with our graduating students. For you, our newest Swinburne graduates, today's ceremony acknowledges your academic and research achievements. It also represents a significant moment in your lifetime journey of learning. This is the culmination of many years of study, hard work, and of course, personal growth, development, and achievement. For parents, family, and friends of our graduates, this ceremony is also an important recognition of all the support you have provided along the way and for which we are grateful. Today is an opportunity to publicly acknowledge and share in the celebration of such extraordinary achievements. Swinburne's council and staff sincerely congratulate all of our graduating students on the achievement of your qualifications. This occasion is a milestone celebration, but for this year's graduating cohort, this milestone will hold extra significance. You have had a university experience like no other. Almost a year ago today, Swinburne transitioned all of its teaching and learning to online due to the COVID-19 global pandemic. Since then, many of you were only able to interact with your peers and teachers from a distance through email, webinars, and of course, down the lens of a Zoom or Teams meeting. Many of you completed your industry placements online as well. You all showed exceptional resilience, skills that will set you up well for the future. These experiences will help to shape and prepare you for an even more exciting future, and that future starts today. I'm truly energised every time I attend a graduation ceremony and see such potential about to be launched onto the world. For everyone at Swinburne, there is enormous satisfaction in seeing our students successfully complete their studies. We pride ourselves on the quality and excellence of our teaching, of our learning, and of our research. As an internationally recognised university, we know that the credentials from Swinburne will open doors for you. At our very heart, we are a technology university. It's in our DNA, and we are proud of it. That's why Swinburne's reimagined vision is to bring people and technology together to build a better world. And from today, we are confident that you will truly be there to help building that world. We're committed to helping our students realise their passions and discover their professional purpose. We're committed to helping you thrive in your future careers. As Swinburne graduates, I have every confidence that you will break new ground, you will challenge the status quo, and you will work indeed to build that better world. I want to thank you on all of our behalves for trusting Swinburne to contribute to your education and for the role you've played in enriching our community through that process. It now gives me pleasure to call upon Professor Pascal Cuesta, Vice-Chancellor and President of Swinburne University of Technology, to introduce the next part of the proceedings.
Chancellor, I call upon Professor Brendan Murphy to present himself for admission to the degree of Doctor of Health Sciences honoris causa in recognition of your contribution to significant leadership in technology, policy, and engagement in the field of research. Professor Brendan Murphy is a highly respected and experienced health professional, well regarded for his calm and sound leadership. In July 2020, Professor Murphy was appointed Secretary of the Australian Government Department of Health. Prior to his appointment, he was the Australian Government's Chief Medical Officer, a role that saw him step into the spotlight as the public face of the government's response to the global COVID-19 pandemic. Professor Murphy led the design of the COVID-19 public health response, which provided advice on the introduction of border control measures and enhanced public health response measures, including physical distancing and restriction of gatherings. Professor Murphy worked closely with health professionals, government, and the public to lead the nation's COVID-19 response. His efforts have prevented the rapid spread of the virus and resulted in reduced mortality rate. As CEO of Austin Health for 11 years, he introduced a range of innovations, including a project to implement an extensive digital health platform. Professor Murphy, on behalf of Swinburne, we thank you for your service to the Australian community. Your aptitude for technological solutions, specifically in the health field, reflects Swinburne's vision of people and technology working together for a better world. In recognition of your immense contribution to the medical field and your tireless work in leading the nation through COVID-19, Swinburne is awarding you an honorary Doctor of Health Sciences. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that in accordance with Swinburne University of Technology legislation, I present to you Professor Brendan Murphy for admission to the degree of Doctor of Health Sciences. Chancellor, it is with pleasure that I invite Dr. Brendan Murphy to say a few words on this special occasion.
Chancellor, Professor Pollaers, Vice-Chancellor, Professor Cuesta, graduates, families, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm honoured to receive this honorary doctorate and to now be a proud alumnus of Swinburne University. Any recognition of my contribution to the response to the COVID-19 pandemic is really recognition of the collective role of medical experts who have guided Australia's governments throughout the pandemic. It is fitting, therefore, that I should acknowledge the great contribution that science and technology and the best available evidence has made to our successful control of the pandemic. During the pandemic, the advice that I and the expert committees that I chaired provided to government, and that governments have always accepted, has been based on the science and the evidence. Evidence, particularly at the beginning of the pandemic, that was evolving and changing almost daily, and that was informed by constant advice from the academic community, from researchers at universities such as this university and others around the country. The acceptance of and trust in that expert advice, not only by governments but also by the Australian community generally, was, I'm sure, key to the Australian success in the COVID-19 pandemic. We are a nation that respects and listens to the advice of experts, experts that have all started their careers like you have done today, graduates at universities. The privilege of a tertiary education opens these doors to all the graduates here today, the ability to influence and to guide public policy, to resist emotional and prejudicial views by grounding in the discipline and the objective review of evidence. In that regard, I do have a brief message for the graduates today. Use the training and skills you've acquired to always analyse that evidence, question the dogma, even if it is uncomfortable to do so, as it has been for me on many occasions. Be courageous and never stop learning. At the outset, we knew very little about this pandemic. We used the methods we had learned in our tertiary training to evaluate data and appreciate the views of people from relevant disciplines and backgrounds. That capacity to learn and evolve is the core to the mindset of the university graduate. Finally, I know that the graduates here today will have had a most unusual and difficult year of education in 2020, and I'm sure you'll agree with me that a university like Swinburne that has comprehensively embraced online learning and student welfare was one of the best places to be in these extraordinary times. I'm very proud to be welcomed into the Swinburne community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy, for your insightful comments and for letting us experience some of your achievements and great leadership over the last 12 months. Hearty congratulations. I think in your day-to-day role, you certainly are making a difference and creating that better world that we talk of. Could I ask now for the graduates all to please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of Swinburne University of Technology, I admit you as graduates to the awards for which you have qualified and to all the rights and privileges of those awards. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you the Health, Arts and Design graduates on whom an award has been conferred.
For the Bachelor of Animation, Isabella Page D. Donato. Lauren Charlotte Foster. Joshua Tor Fazy. Caleb Isaac Walters. Adam Wong. For the Bachelor of Arts, Avon Griffin de Jesus. Sally Edwards. Alexandra Scarlett Butler Foat. Megan Jane Grant. Gabrielle Elise Henthorne. Felicia Marie Musino. Josette Mulcahy. Carlos Quinto. Charles Michael Simmons. Lauren Trelfall. Vincent Rutger van Oorschot. Leighton David Ward. Tessa Amy Wells. For the Bachelor of Arts, Games and Interactivity, Alexander Maxwell Murphy. For the Bachelor of Arts, Media and Communication, Alexander Simon Milstein. For the Bachelor of Arts, Professional, Elizabeth Grace Kirby. Elisha Ray Min Lin. Koi Min Nguyen. For the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology and Forensic Science, Cheyenne Mary Pryor. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Studies, Psychology, Ian Holmes. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Studies, Thandeka Blessings Nkuba Masuka. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Studies, Natalie Holmes. For the Bachelor of Communication, Kerry Ann Louise Sherry. For the Bachelor of Communication Media Studies, Angela Ruth Forrest Stevenson. For the Bachelor of Communication Public Relations, Jamie Christine Andres Garcia. Christina Stoyanak. For the Bachelor of Design, Aaron Gabriel Augustin. Hemamali Asanthi Aluvihare. Eleanor Jean Armstrong. Jordan Peter Ashdown. Nicoletta Bilou. Caitlin Marie Boyer. Bethany Sarah Cahill. Vanessa Ching. Laura Ann Falduto. Zhu Fang. Kalahunadige Madhuvanthi Di Halra Fernando. Christopher Indigo Gelme. Sabrina Gigliotti. Alessandro Andes Gozali. Mandy Tui Hun. Madeleine Eve Michelle Hun. Boris Jakanowski. Serena Kelly. April Juniper Knowles. Talia Lanza. Chelsea Hanul Lee. Victoria Leandra Lee. Chun Kit Andrew Leung. Selena Liang. Renee Lowe. Ella Joanne Mallet. Madison Page Mills. Nicholas Moppy. Angelica Marie Navarro. Mark Daniel Newnham. Jasmine Samiento Patano. Yasha Rashidzada. Geraldine Grace Reckler. Emily Rose Roden. Niraj Siratan. Shelley Smith. Lady Angela Simenguit. Nao Takabayashi. Tse Hui Tang. Samuel Thomas Turner. For the Bachelor of Design, Architecture, Eddie Jamala Larona de Leon. Christian Robert Di Giantomaso. Kate Beverly Dunstan. Peter Alexi Gionis. Kota Hanikordia. Wang Nguyen. Don Van Tran. For the Bachelor of Design, Communication Design, Heidi Jane Martinick. Farah Nazir. For the Bachelor of Education, Erin Danielle. For the Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood, Amanda Jean Brewer. Hayley Elise Costanzo. Valamunage Shamila Deepthi Fernando. Brendan Hunter. Eloise Lefebvre. Melanie Kate Risley. Gemma Rowland. Kondasing Mulacharalage Nemanthi Dumi Senaratna. Angela Ray Stagg. Kellyanne Vag. Jessica Wright. For the Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood and Primary, Kathleen Grace Ann Casey. Asha Hinton. Malika Mert. Sienna Oxenham. For the Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Teaching, Dalma Muhammad Abdiram. Ronya El Sayed. T. Kim Huang Nguyen. Thelini Koshadi Vilamasiri Sia Madjan Salage. For the Bachelor of Education Primary, Rosie Laura Ashburner. Lachlan Robert Bell. Stephanie Buttigieg. Kimberly Louise Crabtree. Shelby Crampton. Thelini da Silva Elaya Peruma. Sarah Rebecca Edward. Shelley Hopkin. Matthew Irons. Fatima Mafaza Izmi. Hölya Kavas. Jane Danielle McCulloch. Brendan Noel Joseph Muldrick. Natalie Newvote. Chloe Jane Fenkamath. Olivia Pinzone. Radmila Solaja. Siobhan Stewart. Wendy Marie Turner. Biljana Vanovac. For the Bachelor of Film and Television, Olivia Bell Phillips. For the Bachelor of Film and Television Animation, Hannah Marjorie Reid. For the Bachelor of Games and Interactivity, Nicholas Frangos. Kayla Louise Gilligan. Dominado Lopez. For the Bachelor of Games and Interactivity Professional, Drew Lazari Lindsay. For the Bachelor of Health Science, Zainab Abdullah Al-Humaid. Samantha Mary Andreos. Zulkaf M. Muhammad Akka. Bara Azemi. Ranulu Lenlanthi Renuka de Soiza. Robert Peter Estoesta. Stefania Dumini Fernando Atachi. Bonnie Kate Fennell. Joanne Ha. Megan Halang. Irushi Umanda Pantia Kankanamge. Meenakshi Bernadette Pereira. Chloe Alexandra Sewell. Jenny Trong. For the Bachelor of Health Science Professional, Shao Chi Hazel Low. For the Bachelor of Health Science Public and Environmental Health, Sanka Mendes. For the Bachelor of Innovation and Design, Courtney Wright. For the Bachelor of Media and Communication, Jennifer Argitis. Isabel Grace Barton. Ashley Emma Becker. Nicholas Bowers. Julia Rose Browning. Chelsea Louise Byrne. Sophie Leah Clinch. Julia Costanzo. Lara Raquel Davitkos. Marley Evans. Imogen Grace Hartman Leverins. Meg Helen Hazel. Kate Louise Holyoke. Jordan Iaria. Jessica Deanne May Johnson. Molly Rebecca Jones. Savula Kumidis. Kate Monique Lancaster. Vanessa Elizabeth Main. Ainsley Jane Mitchell. Vanessa Elizabeth Main. Callum Ray O'Shaughnessy. Julia Person. Tuan Hong Pham. Riley J. Ritchie. Caitlin Taylor. Brianna Louise Taylor. Kira Tsitsanaris. Samuel Connor Windsor. For the Bachelor of Media and Communication Professional, Jenna Elizabeth Adams. Dylan Joseph Bruce. Michaela Isabel Rose Copeland. For the Bachelor of Nursing, Sophie Jane Baggs. Alana Rose Baldacchino. Shanae Beckers. Vicky Joy Boyle. Cameron Matthew Damster. Mackenzie Ann Douglas. Sariga Garija Satish. Sophie Casamiotis. Priscilla Sophie Katsuranis. Sienna Ann Nicolau. Jared Arthur Perez. Justina Jung. For the Bachelor of Psychological Sciences, Nicholas Andrikopoulos. Timothy James Sikrantai. Nadia Lea Dicella. Wendy Grenfell. Julia Gudenbuya Kiazjiki. Nicole Lee Hansen. Ellen Mary Harding. Darian Henderson. James Alistair King. Paul Lunt. Michael Joseph Manuel. Sukana Murad. Bronwyn May Roberts. Hannah Beth Russell. Anna Simos. For the Bachelor of Science, Biomedical Science, Ryan Mitchell Atkinson. Sebastian John Dean. Heli Jitendrabai Joshi. Stephen Kasabian. Rebecca Michelle Norris. Dina Redzapajic. For the Bachelor of Screen Production, Sarah Marie Rachel Gunn. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Stephen Booth. Ravan Katesh. Fiona Donna Ring. For the Bachelor of Social Science Criminology, Diana Rabba. For the Bachelor of Social Science Psychology and Sports Science, Roman Alexander Kalbal. For the Bachelor of Social Science Psychology, Nicole Andrea Escuyos. Lisa McBain. Tanya Rowan. Naomi Safi. Deborah Watson. For the Bachelor of Social Science, Security and Counter-Terrorism, Luke Gregory Murphy. Aidan Piva. For the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business, Alexander Donald Merry. Chad Vu. For the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Taryn Bradley Cataldo. For the Bachelor of Design, Communication Design, Bachelor of Business, Georgia Isabella Chia. Jonah Viliamu Tologata. For the Bachelor of Design, Bachelor of Business, Caitlin Lily Atwood. Isabella Contessa Davidson. Madeline Sarah Day. Alexander Joan Holmes. Jade Josie Kafruni. Adam John Mancini. Franco Giorgio Malati. Celine Olga Petsetas. Annika Yi Yun Su. Lily Tran. For the Bachelor of Education, Secondary Bachelor of Arts, Ryan Leslie Hubbard. Rebecca Louise Matson. For the Bachelor of Games and Interactivity, Bachelor of Computer Science, Samuel Thomas Huffer. For the Bachelor of Health Science, Bachelor of Media and Communication, Eloise May Gardner. For the Bachelor of Media and Communication, Bachelor of Business, Cassandra Lee Binns. Leah Natasha Sefai. Laura Corayo. Rosetta Josephine Kimber. Claudia Rose Leng. Gemma Laura McManus. Amy Muller. Natalie Neighbour. Ruvini Panala. Emily Rose. Felicity Elaine Sola. Natalie Starr. For the Bachelor of Design, Communication Design Honours, Tanya May Lucas. Radija Sekao. Emily Rose Wuki. For the Bachelor of Design, Interior Architecture Honours, Seong-Chi Cha. Guldane Yenelmuz. For the Bachelor of Film and Television Honours, Caitlin Bridget Tracy. For the Bachelor of Psychological Sciences Honours, Natalie Louise Dieni. Ebony Caitlin Fulano. Victoria Nancy Foster. Alexander Hart. Samuel Henkes. Nicholas Luke McBride. Natasha Pramikumar. For the Bachelor of Psychology Honours, Gemma Livia Brunetti. Claudia Jane Campbell. Naomi Iris Jian Wei Lim. Edward Rory Noonan. Alexandra Grace Pert. Francesco Velastro. Raina Grace Walker.
That concludes the awards for Health, Arts and Design. I now call upon Professor Pascal Cuesta, Vice-Chancellor and President, to introduce the next part of the proceedings.
Chancellor, I call upon Mr. Russell John Scrimshaw to present himself for admission to the degree of Doctor of Business honoris causa in recognition of your significant contribution across a diverse range of business pursuits, including accounting, finance, and information systems, exploring research opportunities in data and innovation, and providing philanthropic support to students in fields including the Indigenous Success Program. Russell Scrimshaw is a well-known and respected business leader in the Asia-Pacific mining industry, driven by a desire to challenge the status quo and help others do the same. He was founding executive director and deputy CEO of Fortescue Metals Group, led by Andrew Forster. More recently, he was chair of Sirius Minerals plc in the UK and currently of Taurus Investment. And he has also held key senior executive positions at Commonwealth Bank, Optus, and IBM. As well as achieving great business success, Mr. Scrimshaw has dedicated significant time to philanthropy and causes closest to his heart. In 2012, he established the Scrimshaw Foundation to support medical research, mental health, and crisis intervention services. In January 2018, Mr. Scrimshaw was nominated by the Federal Minister for Health to the board of the Garvan Medical Research Institute and also assumed the role of chair of the Garvan Research Foundation Board, helping to advance cutting-edge biomedical research in areas such as cancer, genomics, and autoimmune disease. Since his appointment, the Garvan Foundation has raised around $150 million in the past 3 years for medical research at the Garvan Institute. Mr. Scrimshaw still serves in this role and is currently facilitating a data and innovation research collaboration between the Sydney-based Garvan Institute for Medical Research and Swinburne University of Technology. Mr. Scrimshaw's connection with Swinburne spans many years. He completed his studies in business from Swinburne in 1969, and since then has been a generous supporter of many of Swinburne's philanthropic activities. In 2020, after being moved by the hardships many students were facing as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, the Scrimshaw Foundation donated $20,000 to the Swinburne Student Emergency Fund. This is the largest individual donation from our alumni community. He's also one of Swinburne's leading supporters of Indigenous education, with a passion for ensuring all Australians have the best chance of success. Russell, on behalf of Swinburne, thank you for your ongoing support and visionary leadership. We look forward to partnering with you in years to come, especially with our business school. Your business acumen, your significant contribution to so many organizations, and your leadership in philanthropy is most aptly recognized through this honorary Doctor of Business. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that in accordance with Swinburne University of Technology legislation, I present to you Mr. Russell John Scrimshaw for admission to the degree of Doctor of Business. Chancellor, it is with pleasure that I invite Dr. Russell John Scrimshaw to say a few words on this special occasion.
Chancellor Pollaers, Vice-Chancellor Quester, distinguished guests, faculty members, honorees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great privilege for me to be standing here today in front of you, a mere 50 years since I last attended a Swinburne ceremony. In case you hadn't realised it yet, time really does accelerate as you get older. In my time at Swinburne, unfortunately, we didn't have personal computers to help us study, or mobile phones, or the internet. Believe it or not, none of them had been invented at that point. I remember our entire business studies group skipped our final year lectures together in 1969, and we gathered around a small black and white television to watch Apollo 11 land on the moon and Neil Armstrong step out and say the immortal words, "That's one small step for man, and that's one giant leap for mankind." If you saw it, you'll never forget the moment. So outside the doors here today, for some of you, there will be a small step moment waiting for you that could lead to a giant leap for mankind outcome. Let's hope so. As students, though, what we did have at Swinburne, which I'm certain you have today, was a desire to learn and to succeed and to want to change the world for the better. And we also had tremendous gratitude for this institution and those in it who helped us along the way. Be proud to say that Swinburne is your alma mater. I'm very lucky to have a successful family led by my wife Sue and our children, my siblings and their families, some of whom are here today. There have been adventures galore. I've made many terrific friends and colleagues, and am still experiencing an exciting international business career. So thank you to you all. But today is all about the honorees sitting in front of us here. I see a throng of real achievers. Congratulations again to all honorees and to your families. You know, when I was here, I only ever wanted to be a qualified accountant, all the way through my school at Swinburne student years. But by an absolute accident of fate, the job I decided on was a trainee systems engineer in IBM at the real birth of the global computer industry. That was the first of several major career sliding door moments for me. My strong advice to you then is to look for those sliding doors and try to walk through the right ones. When you are at a career crossroad, ask yourself what the world needs and head in that direction. Having graduated, your immediate challenge now is to prove and turn your proven personal intelligence into becoming a smart and successful person. Need I remind you that intelligence and smarts are two very different things. You know, it's been proven that those who often best survive great challenges in their lives do so because they know they have something yet to achieve. I hope you've taken some time yourselves to set some high-level goals, and in order to achieve those goals, you will absolutely need to make some smart decisions, in fact, a lot of them along the way. But with due consideration, please don't be afraid to leave your comfort zones. It's the only way you can turn what you're doing into something extraordinary. I strongly believe we're also obligated to give back in life as much as we take. There's nothing more satisfying than to do something to help others without expecting something back. So find a cause or a charity you believe in and give it real energy. And also join the Swinburne alumni group if you can. You won't regret it. The great Chinese philosopher Sun Tzu famously said that in the midst of chaos there is always opportunity, and there will be opportunities galore emerging from this disruption of COVID-19. There are a variety of skills you will need to succeed in life, but for each of you, I think the positive effect you have on others is probably the most important skill you should cultivate. And if I can offer one final piece of advice today, it is to stay close to people who feel like they bring sunshine to the world. Choose your friends and colleagues and partners wisely. And finally, to those who have nominated me for this wonderful award, a huge thank you. Needless to say, like Neil Armstrong in 1969, I'm very proud and over the moon. So thank you again, Vice-Chancellor, for your introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Scrimshaw. And thank you for not just your insights, but for your leadership of business, the community, and importantly, your ongoing support for medical research and for the university. It's very, very much appreciated, so thank you. Swinburne graduates, I know that today is the culmination of many years of hard work, and that during that time, you've had the encouragement of friends and family. On behalf of the university, I wish to thank your family and friends for supporting you during your studies at Swinburne and for being part of your journey at Swinburne. Those many cups of hot tea or those encouraging words, particularly through the last 12 months, make a very big difference. So graduates, what I'd like to ask you to do now is to please stand, to turn and face your family and your friends, and join me in a round of applause to say thank you to all those who have helped you and supported you in achieving this milestone. That's tremendous, and you all truly deserve it. Graduates, can I ask you now to please take your seats? Graduates, I hope that you will consider that your graduation is a step along a lifelong path and association with Swinburne. Education is a continuous process, and I invite you to continue your relationship with Swinburne in the future where you feel you need support, where you're looking to further your careers, or you just really want to pick up and meet new people. I encourage you to stay connected with the Swinburne alumni. You are now lifelong members of the Swinburne alumni. And this is a worldwide network of more than 206,000 graduates. This network will give you access to a valuable community who share your connection to Swinburne, a powerful tool for building and developing your careers and for seizing those opportunities. As well as events in Australia, Swinburne alumni have a growing number of networks in many parts of the world. So even if you're not in Melbourne, you can always stay connected with Swinburne and take advantage of what it means to be a Swinburne graduate. Graduates, I'd now also like to, on your behalf, to thank the academic and professional staff for their contribution to you through your period at Swinburne. Can I please ask all the staff to rise? Graduates, would you please join me in a round of applause for all of the Swinburne staff? Thank you. Now, clearly there were many more staff involved in your time at Swinburne, but hopefully our representatives today bring that spirit to you. I now call upon Professor Pascal Cuesta, Vice-Chancellor and President of Swinburne University of Technology, to deliver the charge to the graduates.
Thank you, Chancellor. Before I read the charge to today's graduate, on behalf of the staff at Swinburne University of Technology, I too would like to congratulate all our graduating students on their achievements. As I look around the room, I know I'm looking at the next generation of leaders, visionary, challengers, and entrepreneurs who will shape the future in a variety of professions, some of which likely do not exist yet at this point in time. Swinburne has worked closely with industry and future employers, ensuring that your degree is relevant, future-proof, and that it equips you with the essential and practical skills you need to kickstart your career. Whatever your calling, I am confident your Swinburne experience will help open many doors. You graduate today not just with deep knowledge of your discipline, but with distinct attributes that will set you apart in these fields. Swinburne graduates are known for their energy, curiosity, practicality, adaptability. You can embrace change. In fact, you've had to. And the events of the past year demonstrate that. You're able to think laterally and differently about the world. You graduate today, experienced with working with people and technology. You are ready to enter the world of work. I hope you also graduate from Swinburne today with a deep sense of pride. You have achieved so much during your time with us, and when tested, as you were by the pandemic, you were not found wanting. You should be very proud of the Swinburne qualifications that you now carry with you for life, and ready to put your newfound resilience to good use in years to come. Swinburne is certainly proud of you, and we look forward to continue to be your education partner in the future, whenever you need to acquire new skills or access new knowledge in your career to reach the next goal. Your success always is our success. And just as you step into the next chapter of your life, so too does Swinburne embark on a new chapter of its history. When I arrived in August at the start of the longest stage 4 lockdown experienced anywhere in Australia, I was determined to get a broad conversation with our staff and students about the future. It has been a fantastic and engaging time, and after a few weeks of a process that engaged over 80% of our staff, we have emerged with a clear and unambiguous plan, one that is so ambitious and brave that I can only describe it in terms of moonshots. We've got a bit of a space theme going, it seems, today. Just as NASA and the US determined to put a man on the moon in the 60s, we are committed to reaching out our own moonshots for 2025. Key to our different approach is our commitment to work experience for every Swinburne learner, because we believe in learning by doing, in mastery through practice. Our dedication to students' employability, so that every Swinburne graduate can either get a job or create a job for themselves and for others. Our belief in co-creation, so that every Swinburne partner co-invests in our research and gets a tech solution at the end of it. And our very much inclination to innovate and dare to be different university that defines best practice for the very different future that awaits us all. Many of you can actually help us achieve these goals. As a Swinburne alum, you have a unique role to play in the future of Swinburne. That could be through connecting in with our work-integrated learning program, by taking on a professional placement or internship students yourself. You know from personal experience the opportunities this can provide. It may also include you being an absolute asset for your employer, a wonderful talent that they can recognize and value, so that in the future, they will seek another Swinburne graduate for the next job they have. Or it may be working with Swinburnes on a technology solution for a problem that you or your workplace or your company or industry is facing. Finally, as you leave Swinburne to take your own flight, we want you to feel like you can always come home to Swinburne at any point in time. We will always be here for you. And in fact, in a few months, we will reinvent the first floor of the Hawthorne Hotel, I'm sure associated with many memories for some of the people in the room, so that it becomes a Swinburne alum lounge. It'll be a place where you can return, meet your peers, mentor future students, or pick our brains about anything at all you'd like to do next. I look forward to our ongoing engagement with us and wish you the very best in the future. But for now, may I ask you graduates to please stand. In conferral of your award, I ask you, as graduates of Swinburne University of Technology, to strive to practice the university's values of integrity, accountability, teamwork, innovation, sustainability, and respect for diversity. Seek positive and creative ways to engage with and serve your communities. Remain curious and open to new learning and new experiences. And finally, use your knowledge, talents, skills, and passion to encourage a better future for the global community. Congratulations again. Please be seated.
This concludes the official part of this Swinburne graduation ceremony. Would you now please stand while the official party, academic procession and graduates leave the hall?